What is up, people of the world? This is me again, Alex Swimmer, aka AP3 Jumped, and today, welcome to another Casa Grande's episode review. I know I've been very behind on these, and I've been putting these off for quite a while now. I'm very sorry about that, but at least, excuse me, at least I'm able to stretch out content throughout the month because count 'em counting this video, the next four Casa Grande episode reviews I have are along with my Elimination Chamber discussion video are the only videos I have planned. The, they're the only ones I have planned until my next April Fool's Day video, when whatever that's going to be. So yeah, also today I decided to film without my glasses for once. I haven't done that in a very long time. I used to do it all the time in high school, actually. I miss those days. Um, yeah, I try to provide more visual interest. So today I'm reviewing the episode Trend Game. Now this episode is very interesting. The uh, the overall premise, I don't know, the backbone of the premise I find a little, I don't know how I feel about it, but the episode itself is very enjoyable to me. I thought it was very entertaining, and I still thought it was fun to watch, even though I found the, I don't know, plot was a little I guess. Well, let's just start from the beginning, as Dr. Wolf used to say. So, Ronnie Ann, she feels like she's being out of touch with trends and whatnot. Since, and in her own words, she knew all the latest trends back when she lived in Royal Woods, and now that since she moved to the city, she's very behind trend wise, and she says all the city kids, they know everything, and they know all the recent trends, and Ryan's worried about not being in touch with said trends, and so she enlists the help of Carlotta, and well, that's the plot. So yeah, like I said, I don't know where to start with this video. I don't know. Sometimes I can't put videos into my thoughts on an episode into words, which is why I need to do scripts for more than just the MLP series finale, because that's the only review I've done a script for. But yeah. So I am drawing a blank. Let me. I guess I'll just give you a bit of a synopsis. So Ranyan is actually trying to impress her friends, her little circle of friends, and Nikki, Samir, Casey, and last but not least, Sid. So this isn't the first time we've seen all five of these characters together. This is the first time we've actually seen them together in an actual episode. The first time we saw all five of these guys together was in hell, what was the name of that podcast? Not Living La Casa La. That's one of the graphic novels. Casa Grande's Familia Sounds or something like that. It was in one of those episodes in which we saw all five of these guys together for the first time, and that episode was about the mystery of the hallway gunk, and yeah. So one of the first videos I ever watched on this new phone, actually. But that's not really the point now, is it? So yeah, I really enjoy seeing all these guys together on screen for the first time, and I'm also glad Ryan's finally has an established circle of friends, just like Lincoln has for the longest time. And yeah, like I said, I really enjoy seeing these characters together. And so anyway, Rania is trying to impress all of her friends by like I said, she asked for help, Carlotta's help, to see what's hot around the city and what all the latest trends are and what's and where like the trendiest places to go eat at or whatever. And so at the beginning it turns out pretty well. Ronnie Ann is able to do what she wanted to do and impress her friends by being hip and trendy and trying and also trying to impress her friends by trying to be cool, and that way so she doesn't lose her and so she doesn't lose any of that, and then at one point it's actually the very next day, right? Ronnie, and she wakes up, she's not even fully awake yet, and then all of a sudden all her friends show up in her apartment and then they all see her in her PJs with her hair down for the first time. And yeah, that catches Ronnie Ann completely off guard. And so all her friends like, well, what do you want to do today? What's trendy today? And Ronnie Ann, she doesn't really know what to do. She tries too hard from this point onward. From this point onward, she tries too hard to try to be trendy, right? She tries to get Carlotta's help, but unfortunately, she's live streaming at the moment because Carlotta does live streams for like makeup tutorials and whatnot, and I'm guessing she does it on that universe's version of Instagram. But anyway, so I lost my train of thought. So Ronnie and she's trying her very best to try to like because she has to like make up trends now because she no longer has Carlotta's help. So first she's just coming up with ideas for trends like off the top of her head, like based off like the first things that she sees. For example, she sees like these dogs squatting, trying to do their business, and all of a sudden that gives that gives Ronnie and the idea to because another thing that I forgot to mention, that these characters were also all doing these challenges, right? They were doing these like dancing challenges and backwards challenges and screaming challenges. And that was mentioned at the beginning of the episode. So Ronnie Ann comes up with the idea of the squatting challenge. Because she sees these dogs squatting, trying to, like I said. So I actually can't see. Put my glasses back on. There we go. So I lost my train of thought once again. So yeah, Ronnie Ann and her friends are all squatting for like the next 5 minutes, and honestly, it's just the funniest thing. It's so ridiculous, but it's also really funny and to see. And then Ronnie Ann, she just finds some random pizza place by and the owner of the pizza shop looks a hell of a lot like Mario and Luigi. I'm just gonna say that right now. So then Ronnie Ann, she's finally able to get a hold of Carlotta, and Carlotta texts her back. What Ronnie Ann thinks the text said was that there's this secret party underground in the subway sewers. Excuse me, like the subway tunnels. Never mind. And it turns out that's not what Carlotta meant to say. She meant to say that there was something completely different going on, not in the subway tunnels. And so Ronnie Ann and her friends, they all go into tunnels in the dark where they can't see, but just they just have their flashlights on their phones, and that's it. And then all of a sudden they hear noises, and then they come across this group of rats underground, right? And they can once they clump together, they can like shapeshift, right? Similar to like the school of fish from Finding Nemo. This whole giant gathering of rats, they turn to like a crocodile at one point to try to chase them out of the subway tunnels, and then they're able to get out, but not without eating one of Samir's shoes. And so it's at that point Ronnie Ann admits that she isn't as trendy as she isn't as trendy as she wants to be, and she isn't as trendy. She is not. She's not as up to date as everyone would have. She thought would have expected her to be, and then she proclaims that she understands if they don't want to be friends anymore, and then everyone's like, well, what are you talking about? We don't care about any of that, and that's not what they said. Well, they basically said that Ranyan has nothing to worry about. She doesn't need to try to be up. She doesn't need to try to be on trend like 24/7. They because they already love and appreciate her for who she is. They already think she's cool and awesome and funny and as it herself put, a really good friend. And yeah, so that's basically how the episode ends. Actually, the very next scene is like the very next scene. They're at school the next day, and so yeah. This episode it was pretty interesting. I like I said, I really liked it. I love I love the character interactions. Like I said, it was fun seeing all of Ranian's friends on screen, all of them together on screen for the first time. And even though this is not their first time appearing together as a group, so yeah, I enjoyed that. Like I said, it was also really funny. There were certain things in the there was certain parts in the episode that were there was one part of the episode that reminded me of there was one trend that reminded me of something that my dad ate at a restaurant because Samir had this little milkshake with a cake in it, and that reminds me exactly of something that my dad tried at Smoky Bones one time. They have something extremely similar. They have like milkshakes with donuts in them. And I'm pretty sure they also have milkshakes with cakes in those as well. I wanted to try them, but I thought, well, that's a whole nother meal in of itself. So I'll have my dad try it, and then though he can taste test it on camera. If you want to find the video, it's on my YouTube channel. I might even add a card at one of the corners or whatever, so you could see that video where he taste tests that milkshake donut cake or whatever thing on camera. So. And also, there's something. There's some. Apparently, Sid likes eating gross stuff. Apparently, because Ranian, one of the things that Trent actually makes up is like ice cream with sardines and syrup, which makes Lincoln's peanut butter and sauerkraut sandwiches look like cookies and brownies. And apparently, Sid likes that. She's kind of like Lana in the sense that she likes to eat things that are gross to most people, and I'm thinking in my mind, Sid, what are you not telling us? I was like, I was thinking I didn't know Sid liked to eat gross stuff. It's whatever. I just thought that was really. I don't know. I just thought that was really off-putting because of how surprising that was, and yeah. Also, when the pizzeria, the pizza guy who scratched his butt with like the giant pizza spatula and then put it back in the oven, and everyone was grossed by that, and then Sid's like, "Ooh, how much for a slice?" And yeah, so she must have Alana's sense of taste, I guess. I don't know. I still love Sid to death, but I don't know. That just surprised me. What also surprised me was the fact that Rania was so worried about her friends not liking her because of her not being on trend. And the whole time I'm thinking, well, Rania has nothing to worry about. Rania was just worrying to death for completely no reason. And yeah, she had absolutely no reason to worry about being on trend because her friends still love her for who she is, and they already understand that she is cool and everything else. So yeah, that was, I don't know, a little bit of character regression, but I don't know. That's really the only major thing that was on my mind throughout the whole episode. But aside from those little minor nitpicks, I still love the episode a lot, and I would highly recommend it. So anyway, that's my review. If you like the episode, then let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you like this video, then don't forget to subscribe, like the video if you liked it, and ring the bell to be notified of future videos I make. And stay tuned for more Casagrandes episode reviews throughout the week. And once again, I'm Alex Quimmer, aka AP3 Jumped. Thank you so much for watching until the end. That is it for me, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.